Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Deputy Prime Minister, dear guests, dear colleagues. It is a great pleasure to be here in Bratislava for this V4 event, just 1 week after ours in Budapest. Both conferences are dedicated to digitalization and based on the historic and good cooperation of our V4 countries. One of the greatest challenges of these days we are facing is digitalization. The digital transformation of our industry, economy, and society. The very fast progress in info communication technologies that we have seen so far is just the beginning of the substantial reforms digital age is carrying for us. The coming changes in our economy and society will have a much more unescapable impact on our everyday life and work. We are aware of the fact that digitalization offers huge opportunities and wise perspectives for us. It basically will define our future success and economic competitiveness. Already today, we are so much dependent on info communication services, on the accessibility of reliable, trustable, and relevant data, that any failure in services or corruption of data, whether that is the result of cyber attacks or technical errors, may cause tremendous harms in our globally connected world. This is why it proves to be very important joining our efforts, organizing tight cooperation in this very complex and important area in order to achieve the highest benefits and to avoid or minimize the threats. In this regard, we very highly value the cooperation of the V4 countries. These countries have a lot of common in their economic and societal development, cultural background, and also in their intention and devotion to build our economy for the success of our nations and regions. I would also like to mention that our countries have already done a lot of preparatory work, on the one hand, to meet the challenges of the digital age, and on the other hand, to tighten our regional cooperation, for example, in outlining our common position about European policies and strategies like the European Digital Single Market Strategy. Let me summarize to you in a few words Hungary's Vision for Tech conference that took place on 8th of November in Budapest, which I think we can proudly declare a great success. We discussed the future technologies of automation, namely Industry 4.0, robotics, big data, automotive industry, and the possible V4 cooperation on this. We talked about connectivity goals, especially in the fields of 5G, Internet of Things, and broadband development. We agreed on a call for action, a common set of activities to reach our goals regarding 5G deployment in our region. Finally, yet importantly, we had a great brainstorming session on businesses. What should be done to foster entrepreneurship, focusing especially on startups, SMEs, and fintechs? Digitalization has become a phenomenon that fundamentally affects every sector of the world's economy. As an active participant in the digital single market and a key member of V4, Hungary has ambitious goals in this field. Let me highlight you some key issues of the Hungarian digital economy, which is showing an outstanding progress. We share of the broadly understood ICT sector is more than 20% of the GDP in Hungary, and the sector gives jobs for almost 15% of the employed. Yet, we are working tirelessly to continue to improve these figures. We work closely together with the relevant ministries and with every other stakeholder. In Hungary, ICT-related policies are divided and dealt with in separate ministries. Ministry of Interior is taking care of e-government, cybersecurity, and governmental ICT developments, as they supervise the state-owned National Info Communication Services Company. Ministry for National Economy is responsible for the so-called Irinyi Plan, which aims at the reindustrialization of the Hungarian economy And they also keen on Industry 4.0, the digitalization of the industry. Ministry of Human Capacities, the third one, deals with e-health projects, and they play an important role in general IT education in the schools and professional training of IT specialists in higher education. My ministry, the Ministry of National Development, is in charge and responsible for broadband infrastructure development, digital economy issues, digital skills, and information society development in the fields of ICT. So we have several programs and projects to improve our indicators on these subjects. The Prime Ministerial Commissioner for Digital Success Program plays a coordination role in this policy-making structure. The program came alive in 2015 after the so-called InternetCon, a public consultation on the Internet and digital development projects. In the recent years, we elaborated several different strategies within the intergovernmental framework, like digital child protection, digital expo development, digital education, and digital startup strategies. We work hard on the implementation of these documents while we are still planning to create more strategic process to address every area which need to be developed during the digitalization. This is the only way we can be competitive within the EU and, more importantly, globally. We have taken and planning to take a number of steps to achieve the above-mentioned goals. For example, by 2018, to make internet access more affordable for every citizen, VAT on internet services will be reduced from 27% to only 5%. In addition, Wi-Fi and digital courses will be provided free to a broad number of citizens. By 2019, broadband internet will be accessible everywhere in the country, thanks to an intense infrastructure development valued at almost 30 billion Hungarian forints. It means that many households, companies, public institutions, and even 1,200,000 students will have unlimited internet access. However, the real aim is to be at the forefront of the next generation developments, such as big data and data economy, robotics, Industry 4.0, or autonomous vehicles. To that end, Hungary seeks to become a European and regional center for testing 5G applications through its new test track in Zalaegerszeg. Yet, digitalization cannot remain isolated. It has to happen in every sector, from healthcare and education, through the food industry, sports, and agriculture to tourism. On the verge of a new industrial revolution, exploiting all opportunities offered by digitalization is a must for any country that wishes to be competitive. Hungary and the V4 partnership can make no exception. Hungary wishes to be a competitive digital economy in the heart of Europe, together with its V4 partners. We took over the V4 presidency from our Polish friends in a period full of challenges. We need to stand up for and react to such tasks and changes like the future of the European Union, Brexit, and the maintenance of the common market and the Schengen zone, or preparing the budget for the 2020 years. Meanwhile, we also have to strengthen the safety and foreign policy of the Eastern European region. It has already been proved that Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary can reach much further and much higher when they stand up together for something important. Events held by these four countries are not only important professionally, but we believe they also guarantee that our alliance is strong and the test of time. The common strategy in every field means that kind of federation, which is the key of a powerful, developing, and protective region. Our presidency has four priorities. One of them is called Digital Visegrad, as the Czech colleague already mentioned, which means a strong representation for the European competitiveness and the regional dialogue as a powerful base for our digital and research and innovation policy. Digitalization knows no borders. Therefore, we find it very important to strengthen our regional cooperation while also keeping each country's competitive spirit alive. Dear guests, dear colleagues, I believe that events like this one, Itapa, contribute to build connections between our countries that will drive us to an extensive cooperation, and innovative ideas will help us to reach a more competitive, better alliance. I owe thanks for the organizers and for the invitation, and I hope that we have many fruitful discussions during the day on the challenges and we will face as a region through our digital transformation. I am convinced that we are stronger together as we fall. Thank you for your kind attention.